There's a job for someone to do. Everyone expected someone to do the job, but no one did the job. Everyone blames someone for not doing the job. Meanwhile, anyone could have done the job. How does that concern you, you would ask? It has become imperative for everyone to participate in the political journey of our nation, Nigeria, to avoid the blame game. Let's Talk Politics is a talk show for political news, interviews, in-depth features, and satire, where you see things differently. Purpose of today, we ask questions that go beyond just talking points. We press the aspirants of details of what they plan to do differently and how. Let's talk politics for a new Nigeria to evolve.
Hi everyone, this is Let's Talk Politics on Mitv, Lagos. Tonight we'll be chatting with the Executive Chairman of Onigbongbo LCDA. He will be telling us his journey in the last 2.5 months. But before then, let's take the news. Don't miss Adaku Ibe Awurumibe. Stay tuned. You're welcome. Like I said earlier, tonight we will be chatting with the Onigbongbo LCDA Executive Chair. Take the news first. The Coalition of Yoruba Students and Youths Movement on Tuesday staged a peaceful protest urging the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to strengthen local refining, ensure fair crude allocation to Nigerian-owned refineries, and end importation of petroleum products. The protesters, comprising of members of various Yoruba students and youth organizations, said the rally is aimed at drawing attention to what they described as policies undermining Nigeria's economic stability. Speaking during the protest in Ibadan, the coalition's national president, Comrade Benedict Adetunji, and the secretary, Comrade Busari Abdurrahman, presented a position paper to the presidency calling for urgent reforms in oil and gas sector. They said no nation develops by outsourcing what it can produce locally. They identified the Dangote refinery as an example of private investment that could catalyze national industrial growth if supported by fair policy. Measures. They urged the government to allocate crude oil to all domestic refineries at competitive rates and also end pricing policies that favor foreign refineries. After a decade of steering Nigeria's elections through sweeping reforms and digital innovations, Mahmood Yakub resigns. He resigned formally during Commission's quarterly meeting with resident electoral commissioners in Abuja on Tuesday, the 7th of October, 2025. Describing the section as his last as chairman, Yakubu cited Section 306 of 1999 Constitution. He said the move would allow a smooth transition as INEC braces for busy electoral calendar. By consensus of the national commissioners, Mrs. May Abamuche Mbo, the most senior commissioner, took over in acting capacity pending the appointment of a substantive chairman. In his farewell remarks, Yakub reflected on his stewardship in the last decade, pointing the INEC's digital transformation from biometric voter registration and electronic results transmission to online nomination and monitoring systems. He acknowledged support from political parties, the National Peace Committee, civil society, security agencies, the media, and especially core members of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, whom he described as the most patriotic election officers. The governorship candidate of the ADC in Anambra State for the November 8 elections, Mr. John Nwosu, has vowed to dismantle the current revenue collection system in Anambra State and end multiple taxation if elected into office. He made this known during an online interactive session with Anambra indigents in diaspora under the umbrella of ASA USA. He expressed deep concern over the alleged overreach of the tax collectors, describing their activities as a sad commentary that has brought a lot of tears to the people. He promised to operate a 100% full e-government system to streamline revenue collection and eliminate physical enforcers. Nwosu, who also spoke on his commitment to a modern governance model, indicating a willingness to engage consultants and professionals from diaspora to implement sweeping reforms. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan of the PDP representing Kogi Central resumed plenary at the National Assembly on Tuesday after rounding off her 6-month suspension. She resumed at exactly 11:42 a.m. on Tuesday, 7th of October 2025. She was accompanied by several activists to the Senate, including Aisha Yesufu, who was spotted at the Senate. Let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll meet our guest. You're welcome back. Yeah, we are now into the main dish. I just gave you a little bit of it. So like I said earlier today, we'll be talking with the executive chairman of Onigbobo LCDA in Lagos. He is Honorable Moyesore Adebanjo.